All right, hello and welcome everyone to the Trackalicious Thursday multi-class racing here at Brands Hatch. Tonight, I am joined by none other than Riley Manier here with me in the booth. Welcome, Riley.
Thanks, Mike. Happy to be here. I'm excited for this race. It's been a bit since I've been able to join you guys, but happy to be here.
Yeah, Riley, longtime member of the Trackalicious community and an amazing member at that. We got 1 minute here left in free practice. And we already have love in the chat for you, Riley.
Ah, lovely.
1 minute left here till we hop into qualifying here. Current times looking at low 140, well, 125s, high 124s here for the GT3 cars. GT4s are running at the 133.9, 134.1 area.
Yeah, I'd expect to see, did you already say GT3 cars?
Yes.
Yes. Look for those drivers like Quinn Smith. Fallon might be up there as well. Roz is quite quick, and this is a great track for the Porsche. So expect those drivers to be quite quick.
Yeah, absolutely. This is one of my favorite tracks, actually. I love Brands Hatch. It's a track, basically, it's like Monaco with gravel traps is how I like to look at it.
Yeah, certainly. Very tight, very twisty. A course, definitely, where if you get offline, you can certainly throw it into the gravel and ruin your race.
Yeah, very easy to do. Padberg, unfortunately, with 2 tests tomorrow.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Best of luck, buddy. Get those done. Good grades before sim racing, I always say.
Unless you're not in school like me.
That's fair, then. Sim racing all the way, for sure.
See some awesome liveries here tonight. Honestly, who is that? That is Reggie King's livery. Let's check that one out. I don't think I've seen that one yet. Nice.
Very cool.
I can share my screens, Riley, so you can see what I'm seeing.
Absolutely. I'm still trying to figure out a bit of my ACC. I'm having a little bit of an issue there.
All good. Currently 25 drivers in the paddock right now.
A little bit down on numbers from what we normally see, but it is a Thursday night. People are probably out with family, having nice dinners or something like that. Or, like Padberg, getting ready to do some homework or take some tests tomorrow.
No excuses. Sim racing all the way. No, not really.
Man, who schedules a test for a Friday, though? That's kind of cruel.
That is true. Sounds like something like a English major would do.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm just saying that because I don't like English.
It looks like we're going to get started with qualifying here. It's going to be GT3 cars first. They're going to have the first 10 minutes. And then after we see that 10-minute mark hit, we're going to start seeing GT4 cars come out. Who do you think probably has the edge here when it comes to qualifying for the GT3 cars, these split one drivers?
Let me check a look, see who's in the server right now. We're looking, probably Ali Raza is my favorite for pole always. I love Ali Raza.
Good guy, Ali. He's just fast as all hell, and you know that Porsche is really good around here. So expect see him put in some good times.
Other than that, though, I'm not seeing a lot of the fast names that I'm too used to. I think Ali Raza is my favorite, I would imagine. Will Brunner here, I think he can do something, but we'll see.
Most certainly, the McLaren's also pretty good at this track. I'm curious to see how Quinn Smith does. He's incredibly consistent, hell of a driver, and he's got some great pace. So if he can consistently stay on the back of Ali Raza, depending on who qualifies first, I could certainly see Quinn also taking a win here.
Of course, yeah, no, I missed that. Yeah, Quinn Smith, very fast driver, someone who will be up there with him. Fallon as well, I think. We'll see if Fallon can. Oh, good.
Oh, Fallon, yeah, put it together a couple good laps in free practice. Expect him to put in some more here in qualifying.
He hasn't had the best few races lately. I think he's been caught up in a couple incidents. But am I in love with Ali Raza? How did you know?
He may be.
I plead the fifth on that one.
It is a purely consensual relationship.
And yes, sending it in chat. We now have new emotes too. Hydrate, Beachley, you're a legend. I need to hydrate.
Absolutely. I only have a Dr. Pepper by me right now, but
I got that wonderful fluid of life known as H2O. With other minerals inside of it as well, of course.
Of course. Those electrolytes.
I don't know what else is. It's filtered water, so it removes a lot. More Padberg. Oh my goodness, we're so hydrated.
You, Padberg.
We're so hydrated.
We're so hydrated. I gotta go downstairs and get some water now. I gotta really hydrate.
My water bottle's about empty. It's not gonna last this entire race. I know that.
No, especially if we're gonna get hit with hydrates constantly. That's great.
Remember, chat, stay hydrated. It's very important.
Absolutely.
Man, much hydration here. Currently, drivers now getting ready to start their fast lap here. Quinn Smith, I think, is on his flying lap. We'll hop on board with him for right now. Whoa, that's not the ideal line, I think, through that sector there.
It certainly looked a little like he was kind of squirrely there, but...
Ooh. An oversteery Lexus. Not often you see that. Quinn Smith struggling a little bit, maybe not quite up to temp yet. Let's see, the temperatures are looking fast track, 26 degrees ambient, and track temp 32.
Yeah, it takes a lot of bravery to drive that Lexus with a squirrely rear end. I can tell you, from driving the Lexus in my first season here, I really like the fact that it understeered. I prefer an understeered car, and it looks like Quinn's the exact opposite.
Yeah, he has that car set up extremely aggressively as he is battling his way through these corners. We'll see what sort of time he can put in here as he's rounding the penultimate corner and now the final corner around Paddock Bend. Wait, Paddock Bend's turn 1. Never mind.
Correct. Around the final corner, and I'm going to guess he might put in... Wow.
8/10 off of Ali Raza. Yeah, that lap not quite the lap he was looking for.
And it might have been that squirrely move he put through that. I believe it was the fourth corner, the third corner.
Definitely didn't help him there.
No, it did not. But Ali Raza putting in a wonderful time, 1:23.8. Certainly one of the faster ones we'll see today. That Porsche just really planted on this very tight track.
Yeah, he hooked his first lap up really well, and it looks like his second lap's even going to be good as well. Currently about a 10th up on his level. Never mind.
Oh, yeah, he broke a little late and went a little wide there. That's unfortunate, but looks like Quinn Smith going through his second lap here. Looks like he might be catching a driver ahead, but...
And there is
Joe
Bucknam.
Bucknam, yeah. Jake Bucknam, excuse me, jumps into second right now. Still... almost 8/10 behind Raza, just was barely able to catch Quinn Smith there.
Yeah, Quinn Smith making up some time on this lap, currently about 3.5 up on this lap so far, rounding the final corner right now. Going to be seeing where he comes across the line. It's not quite going to be challenging for a pole position. Casey Schutte as well, going to be going up into third position now, but I think Quinn Smith is quickly going to put it into second here, 5/10 off the pace.
Yes, he will. Wow, those three drivers were all within a 100th of each other there for a second, but Quinn Smith able to jump them and get up there. And there's Andres Mastachero jumping up to the third position on the grid. He will start on row 2 if he holds that position.
Yeah, Fallon here on a decent lap as well. Currently about 2/10 up on his lap. Got a little bit to go.
That'll put him solidly within the 124s. Hopefully, he'll find a little more pace to improve. A lot of Porsches I'm seeing on this track. Not really surprised.
Yeah, a lot of Porsches in this league, just in general, I've noticed.
Yeah, Porsche, honestly, probably I'd consider one of the hardest cars to drive in ACC for sure. But it seems like a lot of these guys are controlling it at least, and Fallon jumps up and jumps over Karas for 6th.
Yeah, very nice time so far, and Padberg trying not to drown us. Appreciate it, but water is the fluid of life. So
It does help.
It's basically like a health potion. Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
kind
it's like a natural health potion.
Absolutely.
Quinn Smith there, improving on his time again, about a 10th. Not quite enough for pole, though. Ollie Raza is still holding it down for right now.
He certainly has a little bit of time, though. He could certainly catch Ali Raza if he keeps putting in these laps. Seems to be gaining about a 10th or 2 every single lap he puts down, so we'll see what he does. But
Okay, Nause Schlieder there coming across the line. Oh, and then having the Mad Panda car getting in his way a little bit there. But Nause Schlieder setting the time for 6th position there. Still a 10th up even after that car got in his way, so he must have had a pretty abysmal first sector. Speaking
I'm not
of,
really sure what happened there. Speaking of having abysmal final sectors, Jarek Schneider has actually
that is
was
the
in
first turn.
corner.
Yep, that's Paddock Ben there going in a little, overcooked it a little bit.
Yep, looks like both him and Afonso are going to have to probably cool their tires down to get another lap in. They got to be very careful.
Yeah, they got to hurry up, though, as this is only 2 minutes left for them in qualifying. Once we hit the 10-minute mark, we will see the GT4s coming out on track, and the GT3s no longer can set a lap.
That's still plenty of time to get a lap done. Luckily for them, or even go back to the pits still. They still have that opportunity.
That is true. It is a very short lap here. It's not like Spa.
No. Not at all. Massacero able to jump ahead of Quinn Smith, but Quinn Smith able to answer right back. He's now only a 10th and a half off Ali Raza for pole. We might be seeing a battle here in this final lap. We'll see what Quinn Smith's able to put together.
Yeah, Ollie Raza, this isn't a good lap from him so far. He's already 3/10 down on his previous time, so he will probably not be improving on this lap. Still has plenty of it to go.
He got a little squirrely coming out of that corner there. Quinn Smith probably fueled for the whole session, so anything that he's going to set now is probably going to be with lighter fuel, so he might continue to improve.
Yeah, but someone here to keep an eye on, Andreas Mastachero, currently 2/10 down on his time, and now going round the south bank here to come on to the Pilgrim. Wait, what is the straight called? This straight doesn't have a name, but it's Pilgrim's Drop. And into Hawthorne Bend. We come into.
He seems to be putting.
Go ahead.
He seems to be putting together a really good lap here. Not too wide there on that corner. Now he just needs to use all the track for this quick kink.
Right through Dingledell.
Wow, just right on the grass there. Seems to really be hooking this lap up. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah, he seemed to hook up the two corner, bit wide through the final.
And a little, I don't know about wide. I think he could have used more track. I think he got a little squirrely on the back end.
Yeah, he scrubbed off too much time there, unfortunately, in that last sector. Dingledell getting the best of him. And Dingledell corner, of course. The two favorite corners on the track of anyone.
But wow, less than 2/10 separating these top three drivers. Quinn Smith has able to basically bring it down to only about a half a tenth off Ali Raza. We'll see what he does through this final lap here.
Yeah, Ollie Raza setting the pole position lap on his first lap and then just having nothing to respond to it. But no one else, though, can either. So that was just a really solid first lap from Ollie Raza. He hooked it up very nicely.
Absolutely. Very solid lap. Quinn Smith there taking a lot of that inside. Looks like he's still clean on this lap.
Oh, nice. Very tidy through Dingledell.
Yeah, able to get that back end to step out to get it to rotate. That was very good. Gets on the curb a little bit there. Let's see. What are we at right now? How much is he up?
Currently, nothing. He's literally dead even with his time right now. And actually, that final corner wasn't good enough. That's going to be not an improvement on his time. He's going to lose by 0.06 of a second there. So down about a 10.
Or Massacero, he's coming around the final corner as well.
Will not be able to do it.
Is not able to either. Do we have any other cars finishing their laps? Does not look like it. So it'll be Ali Raza starting first alongside Quinn Smith. In row 2, we have Massacero and Shoot. And row 3, we have Bucknam and Schlieder. Row 4, Borio and Fallon. Row 5, Karas and Kornitis. Row 6, Afonso and Brunner. And Snyder will be joining the pole position for GT4 on row 7. And speaking of row 7, looks like they're going to start their laps here as well.
Yeah, first car on track is that number 9 car of Gabe Carnus here. Or actually, I think, wait, no, a 42 car, that's probably Chronotis. Yeah, okay, never mind. We're good. We are with the first car. Dead last, thank you for the rating party of 2. And also, thank you for the follow, Tasty Crayon and Dead Last. Much appreciated, guys. Thanks for everyone for being here.
Much. Absolutely. So who is leading the championship right now for Split 2?
The fact that I was hoping you weren't going to ask me that because I didn't do it this week, but I can look at it on SimGrid. Let me take a look. I didn't do the snippets.
Well, let me take a look, and in the pinned
here we have
chat, I can see
Ollie Raza currently leading the standings, leading the points by 4 points over Jeremy Story. And I don't think, is Jeremy Story in this session?
I'm not totally sure.
I don't see Story in here, so I think that this is going to be a bit of a points loss from Andreas Mostachero down in 3rd position and Juan Carries in P4. All these drivers very close on points too.
Who's leading the championship in Split 2?
That'll be Jason Provolone leading the way by 3 points over Eric Miller, and Reggie King trailing quite a bit behind, about 39 points. There we go. Behind.
Gotcha.
So Split 2 looking a little bit further apart. Reggie King not quite there yet, and then Beachley as well, who we saw in chat, is going to be rocking that 4th position with 66 points.
Very nice. Already seeing Provolone starting to climb that ladder, but right now we got Reggie King leading the way in GT4.
Yeah, 133.7. I think we'll definitely be seeing... Actually, that was a very good lap, wasn't it?
That's a very good lap, and I can tell you what, that Aston is very quick. Miller is another very fast driver in that Aston, so we'll see him hopefully improve upon his time as well. 34.9 is not indicative of his pace in that car.
Ooh, big moment of oversteer there, and polystyrene all over the track with a car off of it. Oh, taking out even more polystyrene.
Yeah, I'm not sure what car that was. That was kind of confusing.
I think that was Gabe Carnus, if I'm not mistaken, or I don't know. That was one of the Country Club Racing Porsches.
Okay. So it's either Height or Delbeck.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
I'm guessing. Well, there's two drivers per team, right?
Not necessarily.
Let's see if Miller can improve upon his time here.
Yeah, currently looking like he's on a decent lap right now.
Is he improving?
Quite a bit. I won't say by how much, because we're about to see it coming across the line here.
All right. Was in 5th position as of right now. Crosses the line. Does not improve position-wise, but certainly improves his time.
8. What is that? Or 5 thousandths off of Justin Beachley there.
Very impressive. But car I'm looking at right now is Provolone. He's jumped into the pole position for GT4. Not too much quicker than Reggie King, but certainly has that chance. Looks like he's going to get blocked on this lap and not be able to improve, so he might have to back out and come back to it.
Yeah, already a second off his lap time. He's going to need to either be comfortable with the fact that he's lost his lap or get on and overtake this guy. But
if this guy's on a hot lap, it'd be very risky to overtake and ruin that guy's lap too. So it might be smart for him to just back off here. He'll probably only get 2 more laps in.
It doesn't look like he wants... Okay, there we go.
That's what he's going to do right now. It looks like he's going to brake beforehand. But a big pack behind him, so he's really got to let off the throttle here and give that other driver some space. He's going to back up into Bulgarian a bit. But it looks like he's given him enough room. So Provolone will start another hot lap here.
And Alejandro Bulgarin, they're not quite improving on that lap. Currently in P21, P7, 8 overall. And dead last. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. And
there's Eric Miller jumping up to third after having quite a good lap. Able to improve to a 34.05. Not bad at all. Still about, almost 0.6, a little less than about a half a second slower than Provolone right now. So let's see where Eric Miller can improve.
Yeah, he's already actually improved massively through this first sector, up 0.2 already. Still plenty of track to go. Just starting the second sector now.
This is the corner we saw him struggle with a bit on that one hot lap we were watching him with, but looks like he gets a great exit there.
Yeah, that was very planted. Losing time, though, to his overall delta on his best lap. So, not quite the greatest, but coming through the Hawthorne bend here, using all the curb there on the exit. Very, very tidy there and conservative on the entry. So
he should have used more track there. He would have been much quicker there if he was able to wash out a little bit.
Through Dingledale corner there, looking very nice. And actually improving 0.7. He must have had a massive moment through Dingledale corner last time. So 0.7 up on their time.
Let's see if he can get a good final corner here and possibly take over pole position.
Very easy onto that throttle, just trying not to get the back end to step out, waiting for that front end to grip up.
And you look like you used all the tracks. That was very good.
Across the line.
Eric Miller goes into pole by, almost 0.3.
Yeah, we'll see if Jason Provolone can respond to that, as he's on a flyer right now. Currently just starting his lap. About a 10th up on his lap already. Plenty to go.
Oh, and it goes way wide. It looks like that might be it for him. But it looks like he has enough time to get around the track and start another final hot lap. So as long as he's not too hard on his tires. Thank you, dead last, for the rating party. We appreciate it.
Dead last, this being one of his favorite tracks as well. Love to see. This is, like I say, this is my favorite track. One of my favorite tracks.
It's certainly one of the most interesting tracks to watch, but really tough to overtake. So we'll see how that happens.
Well, you know how you don't have to worry about overtaking? You qualify in pole position here, like Ollie Raza did.
You're not wrong.
Eric Miller trying to replicate that. The camera not sure where. Eric Miller's so fast that the camera can't even catch up to him. And
looks like he might have had a better corner there. I'm not sure if he's improving.
No. Very much not.
But he will get one final lap, as will Dan to Tazaro.
Yeah, Tazaro coming across the line, 0.8 up on his lap. Gonna be
very good. That's gonna knock him up a bit. Yeah, he jumps all the way up into third position. Great lap from him.
Yeah, very quick. This is a name I'm not too familiar with. I think they might be newer to this league.
Welcome, Dan. Happy to have you here. Another name I'm not recognizing is Moffat, but
oh, you don't recognize the Mothman?
I'm not sure if I've raced with Moff.
Chat is going to absolutely wring your neck here in a minute. Justin Moffat, one of the favorites.
I think I have raced with them. It's just been quite a while since I've been back in the ACC realm, so it's good to see all these familiar names starting to come back to me.
King Ryano there, Muff, that's the man. Mr. Mower supporting Eric. Where's Eric at right now? Eric's in last position currently, not having the best qualifying.
That's surprising. I think the KTM might be okay here. It's got the downforce.
Does it?
Maybe.
I didn't think the KTM was good at anything, personally, but...
That's fair. It could be considered its own league, honestly.
Welcome, Ando.
Well, Eric's going to finish his lap here, but it looks like Eric Miller is going to be starting on pole for us. Gabe Carnes, he finishes his lap. Car number 82, Provolone's coming around the final corner. Will he?
Provolone, I don't think will, but Reggie King here, going to be coming across the line. This is going to be really close. This might at least get second position. It goes to third position for Reggie King.
Wow,
behind Jason Provolone.
Only 100th off Jason Provolone. What a lap. We have 3 drivers who are separated by less than, what was it, 200ths? I believe the Terrazzo had a .688, and the Provolone and I know Provolone had a 6.7 and Reggie King had a 6.80. So only 8,000 separating Tazaro and King. So look for those guys to be battling up front a lot.
Yeah, this should be a close field. 26 drivers on the grid tonight as we get ready here at 2.5 minutes to go. Hour and 15 minutes on the clock.
Let's count them down. Starting on pole position, we have Ali Raza. Next to him, Quinn Smith. Both these drivers are very experienced. Both have very good pace. Expect there to be a battle at the front. Row 2, we have Andreas Masachero, and he was very close to also putting it on pole. Look for that Porsche to be quite quick. Next to him, we have Shoot. I'm sorry, I don't know his first name.
It's Casey Schutte.
Casey Schutte. Qualified in the Aston. Another good car here. Row 3, Mike, you want to take it from here?
Okay, well then I'll get out of this camera then. Because I tried that last week and it broke my brain. Row 3 here, we have Niall Schletter in P6 lining up next to him. Let's get a good camera angle here. Yeah, good enough.
Bucknam's lining up next to him, I believe.
Oh, excuse me, I missed Bucknam. Okay, Bucknam lining up next to Niall Schletter. Then we have Bioro behind him. Bioro Alsana?
Yep.
Boiro, yeah, that's a name I'm not
Alsana
familiar with
Boiro.
either. So welcome to this league as well if you are new. Ross Fallen here in P8. Got Juan Carice down in P9. Professor Conotis in P10. Andrea Alex Afonso in P11. Will Brunner down in P12. Jarek Snyder in P13. Eric Miller bringing up the pole position for the GT4s in the Aston Martin. That BRG Aston Martin there. Next to him is going to be Jason Provolone. Good contender for the championship. Sorry, what was that?
Yeah, great qualifying lap from him, and great qualifying laps from the two cars behind him and Miller. Reggie King with a very close lap to Provolone, almost took that away from him, and Dan Tazaro, another good lap as well. Behind them, your man, Justin Moffat, the
Mothman, Justin Moffat in P18. Yeah. Gabe Carness lining up next to him for P19 in that number 9 Country Club Racing Porsche.
And then I love the look of that number 18 car driven by Justin Beachley. He follows up in P20.
Yeah, the Audi. We'll see if the Audi probably going to be pretty good here, I would imagine.
I've driven it here. It's a good car to race with.
We drove it together. We were on a team.
That is true. We were on a team together. Following up him, we have Paul Guerin, Alejandro Paul Guerin. Behind him, Daniel Vercosa, very quick. Behind him, we have Adam Delbeck. Followed up by Matthew Haight in 24th. In 25th, we have Tanner Masters driving the Aston Martin. In 26th, we have Eric Bukassian driving the KTM, and bringing up the rear, Kevin Yu driving the Mercedes. So we'll see how these drivers fare, and we'll see if they're able to gain a few positions.
Yeah, Kevin Yu just making it in time for the race. It looks like 27 drivers on the grid now.
Happy he was able to join us.
Just in time. Yeah, absolutely dead last. This is going to be an insane start for the GT4 area and the GT3 field. Ali Raza, I feel like, is going to have a bit of pace in this Porsche. The Porsche looking very good here. Quinn Smith, in qualifying, he wasn't looking like his setup was all together. Bit oversteery, and for the Porsche, for the Lexus, that's a bit odd.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it was the fuel load that was weighing him down, because he kept improving throughout the session. So maybe expect him to be on the same pace with Raza, if not maybe a tenth a lap slower. We'll see. I think both of them are going to be putting in some pretty hot lap times.
I think Andreas Masachero here is well in that Porsche. He's going to be hooking it together. We'll see if he can get that overtake on Quinn Smith at the very beginning. Down in the GT4 field, Eric Miller leading the way once again in that BRG Aston Martin. I love the classic British racing green.
Such a good color. Fantastic. Following him up, we have Provolone, King, and Tazaro. All four of these drivers, we're going to see a really fun battle at the front. All four of them relatively on the same pace. We'll see what happens, but I think it's going to be a shootout for this win in GT4 class.
Yeah, absolutely. And then behind them as well, where, oh man, I wanted to do a good transition. Where's Casey Schutte? I don't know where he is. It's fine. Where'd he go? Did he start? Is he
Casey Schutte is GT3.
Oh yeah, of course he is. Everyone changes every week, and it's not confusing at all.
No, not at all. But here we go. We're going to be rounding the final corner here to get things started.
Lining up Noah's Ark formation here, 2x2, as we round the final corner, getting ready to come and climb the hill to go towards Paddock Bend into Pilgrim's Rise.
Hour and 15-minute race here. We'll see what these drivers can do as they come to the line. Raza will lead us off. We are... Wait for it.
Yeah, you set yourself up fairly.
Green here at Brands Hatch, and Raza looks like he gets a good run going into the first corner. I'm not seeing too much carnage yet. Looks like we're pretty clean.
Coming down the
Raza
hill.
will have the lead going in there. Coming down the hill, everyone looks pretty clean.
Side-by-side action there. Let's get the relatives.
A lot
up.
of side-by-side action. Looks like a few of these front runners are falling into single file, but we got a battle between Casey Schutte and Jake Bucknam.
Yeah, Casey Schutte there trying to use all of the track to his advantage, and Jake Bucknam not giving it up whatsoever there. See yellow flags behind Pulgarin, unfortunately.
Looks like he got a little loose or something. Eric Gucassian might have started from the pits because he's way back there.
Yeah, he did.
But it looks like Tazaro might have a run on Reggie King, but Reggie King able to hold him off going into that corner. Eric Miller a little wide, allows King to catch up to him.
Oh man, big error from Eric Miller on that first lap.
Still able to hold position, and Tazaro really breathing down the neck of Reggie King there.
Ooh, and also now Provolone
too
joining the party as we see this scrap. I don't think this scrap's going to be ending. This is what you predicted here. These four drivers all extremely close in qualifying and showing why. Provolone's going to be trying to go around the long way here, coming around the final corner.
Looks like he gets a really good run. Looks like he gets a really good run, but Tazaro able to hold it into that final corner and keep the lead. Unless Provolone can switch back, get him down the inside. It looks like it's going to be a drag race into the first corner.
That's going to be a really good advantage here for Provolone. What a maneuver. Late on the brakes. He's going to secure that position, but we'll see Tazaro now trying to make the inside line.
Coming back at him. Oh, man, we're just seeing some great racing here.
And I think Provolone might actually be able to hold this position. Holds it round the outside, still side by side. Going to have the inside for this next corner. They're forcing each other off the track.
To the outside. And a little bit of contact as... It looks like the Mothman's able to get through.
Yeah, Justin Moffat just biding his time and waiting for these two, and luckily sneaking through. Dead last.
Yeah, he's just able to let those guys battle, and unfortunate for the guys battling, it looks like Eric Miller and Reggie King are able to pull away slightly.
I look at a bit further upfield, but dead last tonight. I am Mike Nause, and I have Riley Manier here with me in the booth. Riley Manier, an absolute legend of the Trackalicious community, but has to go to school now or something like that. Or
yeah, I'm pursuing a master's degree. It's kind of stressful to do both.
Seems fair. Justin O'Reliable Moffat in chat. Or no, excuse me, for King supporting him. Yeah, Justin now, second position. Actually, he lost the position. Or no, Reggie King was always in front. Never mind.
Yeah, Moffat was able to gain 2 positions. He's now up at the 3rd.
In dead last, loving you, yeah.
Appreciate it, dead last. That's fantastic.
Ooh.
Oh,
big moment of oversteer there for Niall Schleter. Actually, that might have just been lag. No, he's losing time.
It was a bit of a save.
Thanks, dead last.
But Schleter able to keep up. It looks like we might have had an issue with Masasero. Looks like he's dropped down the order. He started in 3rd. He's now down in 9th.
Yeah, that's not the greatest start up. I'm not sure, you must have got caught up with a little bit of contact early on. Not quite where you want to be at this point in the race, but still plenty of time to go. Hour and 11 minutes left to go on the clock here. These drivers, actually, we see some side-by-side action. I think Gabe Carn is there Gonna be running off the track. We see these Country Club Racing Porsches battling at it. There's 3 Country Club Porsche racing cars all within each other's grasps here, side by side, going down the straight.
And looks like they're battling. Looks like Delbeck's gonna let Carnes go.
Ooh.
Or is he? They're both getting a little squirrely there on the exit of that uphill corner.
I don't think there is any team orders here for these guys. Hitkus, thank you very much for the follow.
Absolutely not.
Oh, that's
way wide for Carnes, into the dirt. And it looks like Delbeck's going to get through.
Dingledell getting the best of that Country Club Racing Porsche and allowing his teammate to get through there.
It is a tough corner. It looks like we got a battle up front. Looks like Provolone's really fallen behind here. He might have a little bit of damage because it looks like he's battling with Tanner Masters and Justin Beachley.
Tanner Masters, I think, started a good bit back. Wait, well, Provolone has not had the greatest start whatsoever.
No, he certainly dropped down the order a bit, and this is not the track you want to drop down the order. Very tough to overtake here.
Yeah, so far.
Like Eric. Sorry, go ahead.
So far, the GT3 positions looking pretty solid right now, with Ollie Raza leading the field, with Quinn Smith behind, and Niall Schletter. These 3 all just kind of driving their way along right now. Have plenty of time to go. Casey Schutte, though, gaining massively on Niall Schletter.
Yeah, it looks like Quinn Smith and Ali Raza both starting to pull away from the pack. Raza especially, he's already pulled out almost 2 seconds on Quinn Smith.
Yeah, we'll see if he has a good enough run here. We see yellow flag from Borio. Oh, big moment! Oh. AMG in the barrier, cross the start-finish line. I want to go back and see what happened there. Let's go on board with him.
Looks like he just gets a little squirrely through this final corner here. The back end starts to step out. Ooh. Then he catches some grass on the outside, and yep, sends him straight into the barrier. Oh, and he still can't control it.
Yikes. You hate to see that. That's what you call an oof. Oh, man, he's even...
Oh, now he's even further off the track.
Unfortunate.
It looks like he's going to return to pits. Very unfortunate.
Borio, the very unfortunate end of his race there. Just a bit of a mistake. Something extremely easy to do. Yeah, the AMG is extremely hard to control.
Absolutely. I'm really looking forward to this battle for this final podium position for the GT3 class. Schleter's looking really strong. So is Schutte and Bucknam. All 3 of them looking to be putting in the same pace. Only about, well, less than a second separating the 3 of them.
Whoa, not anymore,
and just
though.
As I say that, Jake Bucknam goes a little wide. Commentators curse strikes again, man.
Yeah, Dingledell corner getting the best of him. Fallon right on his tail.
I think Fallon thought about diving up the inside there, but I think he thought better of it.
Probably the smart move.
Obviously, Bucknam's tires are going to be a little squirrely after that excursion through the dirt.
Yeah.
It looks like he's able to hold position against Fallon.
Fallon, though, all over his gearbox or diffuser. Not
Absolutely.
Formula.
Not Formula One, unfortunately, but.
And Bucknam, and also it's a front engine car in the Aston, so, but yeah.
Yes, that too.
I love it, Ando.
That's a great name for a racing team.
It is.
AMG's very hard to control. That front end is very heavy. It looks like Ali Raz is starting to catch lap traffic in Eric Gukassian. But other than that, looks like we might have a few more laps before any cars really start to catch lap traffic. There's Professor Chronotis either going a little wide or catching a little bit of grass and spinning. But it looks like Eric Miller is being overtaken by Reggie King.
I think Eric Miller running very wide there. He's going to try to go for the switchback now onto... That is Reggie King, yes.
Yes, and but Justin Moffat just jumps into first place. What happened there?
The Moffman.
What did we miss?
I think we saw that was Eric Miller. I think we jumped on board with him just as he ran wide around turn 1 there. Overcooked it just a little bit, lost the speed. And the Mothman, once again, cool as ice with the ice in his veins. Just biding his time and steals that first position. And now we're about to see maybe a little bit of 3-wide action coming down the back straight here. Not quite, though.
Very nearly. But
side
it looks
by
like
side.
Dan Tazzaro and Justin Beachley or excuse me, not Justin Beachley, but well, Justin Beachley's coming back at him with the Audi. He's going to dive up the inside.
Oh,
can he hold it?
Wow, I'm surprised there wasn't any contact there.
They're still very nearly side by side, but it looks like Beachley's going to back off.
Yeah,
But
Dingledell corners, not really what you want to be going side by side with. Oh, Polgarin!
Absolutely not. And Polgarin spins, very unfortunate. Gets overtaken by a couple cars there. Looks like he was battling with one of the Porsches.
Oh no, that's not the line.
That is not the line in the grass. That'll kill you every time.
Yeah. Trying to take the long way around in Dingledell, not a corner known for its overtaking opportunity. Now Polgarin getting overtaken by the leader of this race, Ali Raza.
Ali Raza's just putting in lap time after lap time. He's just setting the pace tonight.
Yeah, speaking of Casey Schutte here, still on Niall Schletter, lapping very well. Currently lapping at a 1:25.7, which is faster than Niall Schletter by about 0.4.
A little bit wide there, so it looks like Buckham's going to get a bit of a run. Does he dive up the inside? He's looking at it, but not able to get that overlap.
That's going to put Fallon into contention here, though, once again.
Yeah, Fallon almost looks like he's being held up by these two battling. Fallon looks quick. He can get by these two, but that's the nature of Brands Hatch.
Yeah, that Merc and Porsche. Red, white, and blue.
Though, the front of that GT4 field just looks fun.
Casey Schutte going onto the grass.
Looks like Buckham's going to be able to go side by side with him. Will he get him going into this corner? Tries to hang it around the outside. Lets him go, but it looks like Fallon's going to get the dip underneath. And Fallon slides in.
Lovely opportunistic move there from Fallon.
He's just capitalizing on small mistakes. That's what you got to do in this league.
Kevin Yu diving to the outside of the track, letting these GT3 cars by. Oh!
Yep. Oh!
Bit of a direction change there with that lap car getting involved. Polgarin. That's going to give a really good opportunity. Fallon benefiting massively. He's going to have the inside line for the final corner. There's the space, plenty of space given there from Niall Schletter.
Yeah, but Fallon's going to get the better run. He's going to have the inside going down to turn one. And it looks like he's going to be able to take that position.
Late on the brakes, lunges it down the inside, gets the stuck for
stick,
now.
Gets it to rotate out. What a great move by Fallon. He should be able to hold on to this. Yep, dives down to the inside to the apex of the corner. What a good move by Fallon, taking fourth position.
Slams that gap shut onto Casey Schutte there, not giving him any opportunity to get that back.
It's just opportunities through lap traffic. He's doing a great job. And it looks like we're going to start seeing the current leader of this race, Ali Raza, working through that lead GT4 pack.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see when these drivers are going to do their pits. I would imagine they fueled up probably for a lesser fuel stint on the first one, but I'm not sure. Because traffic is going to be the real decider here for position, I think, at the end of the day.
Not sure either, as Moffitt goes a bit wide. So did Miller behind him, and that allowed Reggie King to get right up under the back of that diffuser. And there's Raza moving through the field. Raza being patient, being very smart. And another spin. We got Juan Carras off.
Want to go back and see what happened there. Hop on board with him.
Another mistake through this kink here.
Dingledell, just the absolute phantom menace of tonight. Very good recovery, though.
I was going to say, it looked like he kept it out of the wall. So
he did.
Very fortunate there. Still in 10th. Not too bad. We'll see if he can catch up to Alfonso, and I believe that's Brunner ahead of him.
And there we see Quinn Smith there getting by the leaders of the GT4 field.
Yep, and that'll allow Ali Raza and Quinn Smith to run away now. They no longer have lap traffic ahead of him, but wow, Eric Miller, Reggie King, Tazaro, Moffitt, all battling for this lead position. This is a fun race.
Yeah, these guys not giving up whatsoever, having to lift off really early into Hawthorne Bend there. Reggie King all over. This is Aston Martin on Aston Martin on Aston Martin here. It's not often you see that. Oh, and onto the grass, we see Mothman gonna give an opportunity into Dingledell.
But it doesn't look like Miller's gonna look for that. this top 5 is really only separated by, or top 4, excuse me, is really only separated by what? 2 seconds, maybe? Incredible racing from this GT4 group.
Sorry, Ando. Was I the one that I played, or that you played? Excuse me, I played the sad violin for when you finished, or you came across like literally 20 meters by the line and ran out of fuel. Because that was
the big sad moments.
That was a very painful one to watch.
That is painful.
Whoa!
Looks like Cesaro and Beachley both lost a lot of time through this lap traffic situation, but it looks like Massacero is working his way back through the field as well.
Yeah,
he has been able to catch up to Bucknum.
Reggie King kind of getting shafted there in that lap traffic.
Yeah, and Miller losing a bit of time to Moffitt, but Moffitt has to go wide to allow those other cars, and that'll give Eric Miller a little bit of a run. But these top 4 guys, top 5 guys in the GT4 field, they look really good right now.
Yeah, they're driving very well, navigating that traffic as they need to, and doing so with the... Oh, but I say that, and we see Eric Miller putting a wheel onto the grass, but not really disturbing him whatsoever.
No, he went a little wide there, but not too bad. Kudos to the GT3, knock on wood, that have worked their way through this field as well. They're doing a fantastic job of avoiding GT4 traffic, and some of these guys are packed tightly together, so that's a highly commendable thing that they're doing.
Casey Schutte still all over Fallen.
Or Bucknum's all over Schutte.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. Wait, no, he's not. He's about a second behind.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, you're right. Schutte is all over Fallon. But Bucknum is getting really hounded by Massacero here. It looks like Massacero is really trying to get back in this.
It's all right, Ando. Just make sure you fuel up a little. Put in those extra half a liter next time. And it's happened to all of us.
Always overfuel.
Yep. Yeah, you say that as you're running on...
I've never run out of fuel on the last lap. I have never done that. I am proud to say that I've never done that.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I'm always like 6 or 7 liters extra just because I don't want to take that risk.
Yeah, that's the same with me.
It's just not worth it.
A bit further down the field here for P20, we see Alejandro Pulgarin on to Matthew Haight here. See if anything...
Yeah, these guys having a pretty good battle here. Looks like they're having a good time at least. Both of them, I think, made mistakes earlier. Pulgarin went a little bit wide, but I think they're back at it, fighting for position.
Yep, Pulgarin trying to take the opposite line here, get the switch back. I don't think it's quite going to work here. Not many overtaking opportunities as we come into this final sector here. Gonna have to wait. Best opportunity is gonna be into Druids, I would imagine. Would you say that's the best overtaking up? Ooh. A little bit of a moment there.
Waiting for mistakes is the best opportunity as he goes to the outside. Not the greatest spot to make an overtake, but he's able to get on the gas. The Mercedes should have a little bit more power than the Porsche. It looks like he does. He'll have the inside going into that final corner too, so that should be an overtake for Pulgarin.
Yeah, Matthew
and
Haight
it is.
Gonna have to settle for P21 there. Yellow flag. Bit up the field for his teammate, Adam Delbuque.
Adam went a little wide there. Looks like he lost a bit. Unfortunate. He will lose a position as well. Massacero really all over the back of Bucknum now.
Giving him a little flash of the lights even. We'll see here. He's looking very impatient. That car doesn't look like it's in the greatest shape of Andreas.
Yeah, that front splitter's looking a little bit rough for wear. Looked like Schutte ahead of him just went a little wide. Oh, and a big moment there for Bucknum, getting really loose on exit, and that allows Massacero to get down the inside. It looks like he might have an overtake here.
Oh, are they going to make contact? Not quite. And
no,
actually,
Bucknum squeezed him a bit, and Bucknum's really, it looks like that front end is just really squirrely for him.
Yeah, big moment of oversteer. Couldn't quite get that to grip up for him. Gonna try to
that frees up Massacero though, and we'll see what he's able to do now.
Yeah, I don't think Bucknum is going to be given up though. I think he still knows that his car is well, damaged the car Mastachero, and he's going to try to take advantage of that. A bit further down the field here. Well, we see these guys all still within, I mean, meters of each other.
Yeah, it looks like Moffat's pulled out a bit of a lead, though. He's kind of pulled ahead. Looks like these 4 drivers might have gotten slowed down due to some lap traffic, but you know, Moffat, he was able to kind of avoid that. He's about almost 3 seconds up the road.
Oh, and a big lunge there into Druids from Tazaro onto Reggie King. Gets the overtake done very clean. Oh,
yeah, but he goes a little wide there, and Reggie's probably going to overtake him here going down the inside.
Yeah, that's going to be very difficult to try to hold, and that might even compromise him a little bit to Beachley onto the straight here. We'll see if he can...
that BMW should have the pace on the straight.
Yeah, true.
But it looks like Reggie King might want to think about holding that inside to prevent that move. Yep, there's... Yeah, he thought better of it, though.
Just a
very
look.
Smart move by Tazaro.
Backs out of it, thinking better of it. Still 54 minutes to go on the clock, so plenty of time to get that overtake done. Plenty of time to make a mistake as well.
Absolutely, and I'm just trying to pay attention to see if there's anyone that's pitting lately. I don't see anybody.
Looks like Versosa, Tanner Masters, so maybe some drivers that have taken on some damage, I would imagine, have gone into the box.
That'd be my guess. I don't think the pit window's quite opened up yet.
No, there's no actual pit window, but the unofficial pit window.
The strategic one, yes. Tazaro looking up the inside here, going into the first corner.
Oh,
goes
no.
really wide, kind of pushes Reggie King out. This will give a great run to Beachley, who might get an overtake here.
Yeah, around the long way into Druids.
You'd really have to hold it around the outside.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able
to.
No, that's a very difficult overtake to pull off there.
Yeah, very tricky.
Oh,
just
but
some...
Tazaro really struggling through the corner after Druids, and that's going to give Beachley the inside line coming onto the straight here, and that should be an easy overtake for Beachley.
Yeah, that's just tricky for Tazaro. It looks like he's just getting a little too much understeer from that corner, and you know, when that happens, that car is not going to turn. That BMW is tough to turn.
Yeah, Beachley going on the very defensive line there through Hawthorne Bend, actually running wide. It's going to give the opportunity back to Tazaro. These two looking like they're going to be scrapping for a while now.
Yeah, but that scrapping is starting to allow King and Miller to pull away a bit. King now 2.1 seconds ahead of Tazaro.
Ooh.
Looks like a little squirrely from Carnitas, and he looks like he's having a tough time.
That looked like a big hit into the barrier. Gets a wheel onto the gravel. Oh, not quite, actually. It wasn't that bad of a hit into the barrier. Just kind of grazes off of it. But yeah, not a great race for Professor Kanoda, sitting down in the last of the GT3s.
Well, it looks exactly like what one of the earlier Mercedes did, coming out of that same corner.
It is just a flesh wound.
It is just a flesh wound.
Mastachero
trying to look for a move here. Wow. Great racing to get around that lap traffic of Kevin Yu.
Yeah, also great racing from Kevin Yu there to stay out of the way and be aware enough to just, well, not get in the way of these two and get punted off the track, because
yeah,
that's very
smart
easy
of him
to
just kind of let those guys go for sure.
Kevin Yu has made their pit stop already.
Yeah, we'll see if he has enough fuel to get to the end, though. I'm not totally sure about that.
Yeah, that's a good call. GT4, though, not one for the most on fuel consumption.
That's true, but their total tank is also not nearly as big as a GT3.
Okay, that makes sense.
That Mastachero, that car by a Garage 17 car from Mastachero is just looking really beat up along the skirts and on that front splitter.
Yeah, he's all over the road, too. He's still staying with Casey Schutte, though. But
it's that raw pace that he has, but man, that car must be a little bit damaged. I'm sure he might be going like, I don't know, a couple tenths faster if he didn't have all that damage. That's for sure.
Yeah, he does want to get this overtake done. Not going to give up on Casey Schutte whatsoever. But yeah.
Not at all. Still seems to be sticking with him.
Struggling to stay on the track, though.
Absolutely. That front field for the GT4 guys looks like it's kind of spread out a little bit. That front five still all within a couple seconds of each other, though. So we'll see what happens after the pit stops.
Yeah, pit stops probably getting a little bit closer to that window. I would imagine within the next 15 to 20 minutes, we'll see drivers starting to box.
Yeah, I'd say if they're going for the halfway strategy, absolutely. But I would expect them to pit, I don't know, even as late as 20 minutes left.
Oh, you think the overcut is where it's at on Brands Hatch here?
I've had better luck with the overcut, certainly.
Okay.
And with these drivers, the chances of... so the strategy typically with this is sometimes they'll take tires, sometimes they won't. I've had a couple situations where I haven't taken tires, and it has worked out for the best. So if these guys are taking care of their tires, then certainly it's a possibility.
We've actually seen in this series multiple races where they've had alternate strategies like that, where some of them do change tires, some of them don't, and it comes down to the wire. So we'll see if this is one of those tracks. The conditions, let's check on the weather here. And yeah, in 30 minutes, I was going to say the clouds are starting to roll in. In 30 minutes, we might start seeing some showers here. So that might have play a part into people's strategy. We'll see. Depending on how much rain is coming.
How's the weather looking? Sorry, I was away a second. Had to take a call.
Looking a little bit wet in about 30 minutes.
Ooh, with 19 minutes left, if we get a little bit of rain, that could definitely spice up this race.
Yes, indeed.
There goes Raza working his way around this GT4 pack, these front runners for the second time in this race.
Very awesome pace there from Ali Raza. 5.5 seconds up on Quinn Smith, navigating that traffic perfectly. That Porsche looks like it's in showroom condition still.
I want to say his best lap right now, it looks like it was faster than his quali lap. He is flying out there right now.
Yeah, currently with the fastest lap of the... Wow, actually, the fastest lap by miles, with a 1:23.8. The next closest lap being a 1:24.3.
Wow,
so
just incredible pace.
0.5 up onto Quinn Smith on the fastest lap. Last lap lapping at a 25.3 and Quinn Smith lapping at a 26.0.
They are working through some lap traffic though, so I expect that time to be higher. But Raza looked like he worked through that traffic without issue, so good for him.
Yeah, he's definitely...
It looks like Massacero was able to get through a couple cars too now. He's all the way up into 5th.
Was he not in 5th before?
No, I believe he was behind Fallon still, but it looks like he has passed Fallon. He's working his way up to Casey Schutte. And then maybe even Niall Schleter next.
Niall Schleter not quite with the pace I think that he'd be looking for. Actually, excuse me, Casey Schutte. I was looking at Casey Schutte's time. His time not quite where he'd want it to be. I think lapping at about 1:26.4 last lap, which is...
looks like he also worked through some lap traffic too, though, so...
Yeah, but he's still lapping slower than all the cars around him, at least. But we'll see.
True. It looks like he's going to get held up by Tazaro.
Not too bad, though. Gets by him with ease. And Mastachero, though, is going to get the very easy overtake and lap done on that.
Yeah.
Not get held up whatsoever.
Nope. Easy on the straight.
That is where the true pace of the GT3 and the GT4 shows itself.
Or both of them going to go for the overtake on Beachley? Yes, they are, and they don't seem to have too much trouble with it.
Yeah, Mastachero not wasting any time.
Nope, not at all.
Wow. Catching up massively through Dingledell, showing Casey is not having the best pace right now.
Mastachero is just a very quick driver.
Trying to set up for the switchback. Shooting onto the gravel.
Wide there. It looks like Mastachero might have a run here. He'll have the inside line. Looks like he probably has the pace too, so that will see Mastachero moving up into 4th position.
Yeah, actually has the
overtake. He's able to complete this overtake.
Overtake sealed already by turn 1. So into Druids already. fully sealed. Not going to have any chance for Casey Schutte to go back onto him.
No, now he's looking for Niall Slater, who's about 3 seconds up the road. So we'll keep you posted where he ends up. Cesaro still kind of keeps running wide through that corner. He's having some difficulties there that really allows Beachley to get away.
Yeah. Oh, that was Bucknam. But yeah, oh no, you're right. Yeah, Beachley to guess. I see what you're saying. You're right.
Yep. Absolutely.
Adam Del Buick back here, trying to get through some traffic as well. Has to get by Afonso. Gets by him.
Do that with ease.
Yep.
No problem there.
Porsche on AMG power there. Now we're going to be catching up to the other Porsche, the smaller one, the GT4.
He'll go down the inside of him and take that position away. Miller's still seeing Moffitt, like, within his sights. Hasn't lost him quite yet. They are still within range, but it looks like Miller slightly pulling away from Reggie King.
Yeah, 2.5 seconds over Reggie King, and or about 2 seconds over Reggie King, and 2.5 seconds to Moffitt.
Yeah, he's about a tenth and a half faster there too through that lap. So we will see.
I said before, man, Mothman got veins of ice.
Yeah, he started in, I want to say, 6th in the GT4. He has already worked his way up to 1st and just kind of running with Miller, trying to hold those positions. We'll see what happens in the pit stops. I'm excited to see what happens then. But as of right now, it's Moffitt leading the rest of the field in GT4.
Yeah, and doing so, like I said, very early on, and I don't even think he had to make an overtake, really, to get it done. I think everyone just drove off the track, and he just drove right by him.
I think he certainly capitalized on some battling done by other drivers.
Here, we see now, Matthew Haight into the pits.
Here we go, we got our first pit stop. We should check to see how long he's in there. We'll see if he's taking tires, but it looks like he's already moving out of the pits, so.
Yeah, that was just a stop, get lifted up off the jacks and put back down, I think. Wait, but no, he has to take fuel.
Yeah, so it looks like he probably took fuel.
Okay.
Take him at least 30 seconds for tires. Not totally sure how long it would take for fuel, but if you're taking fuel and it takes upwards of like 15 seconds to get fuel, you might as well take those 15 seconds for tires. That time can certainly be made up with this much time left in the race.
Yeah, but drivers might be having to make... Whoa.
Do we have a disconnect from Casey Schutte there, or do you just drive off the track?
Just a massive overshoot from Schutte.
The GT3 leaders are, well, Raza is just gone.
So yeah,
he is miles ahead, running mid to low 24s typically, but his best lap's a 1:23.8.
Yeah, last lap running a 1:24.3, and then the GT4 is down here. Mothman is going to be running a 1:35.4.
With his best being a 1:34.0, so.
Yeah, he does have the fastest lap of the GT4s.
No surprise there. I'm curious to see how all these drivers will kind of handle the rain that's going to be coming here in about 22 minutes.
Oh, and it's looking like it's going to pour buckets too, but it still says 30 minutes for right now. So we'll see when that updates.
I'm going to guess that's going to change here in about 5 minutes. I'm going to guess we're going to start seeing that rain timer start coming up on the 15-minute mark here in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, this is going to be very spicy. We'll see if these drivers are going to want to change to wet tires by the end or not. If that rain sticks with it.
I'm curious to see if there's any drivers who, possibly underfueled to go for an earlier stop. It doesn't look like it so far. It looks like most of the drivers are full fuel to the end. But if any of these drivers in the GT4 class or the GT3 class half fueled at all, they could be in trouble here. They might have to make 2 stops if this rain does indeed come down.
Yeah, which is not going to be ideal. Having to take another stop here is going to add probably another 35 to 40 seconds to your race time.
Well, you have the time to enter the pits, time to leave the pits, plus 30 seconds to change tires. So I could see it
sure.
taking upwards of 45 to 50 seconds even.
No, you're right. I forgot about the tire changing time.
Yeah, it takes a while. So you might lose about a minute on a pit stop if you have to add one. So hopefully these drivers are full fuel, and hopefully we'll see these guys, run it to the end. But Raza is just flying right now.
Yeah, 12 seconds ahead of Quinn Smith currently, and counting.
Absolutely. So if he chooses, if he has taken full fuel, he is in a really good position. Quinn Smith still running very well, down in second position.
Yeah, just not quite with the pace that Ollie Raza has. Ollie Raza looking like very comfortable in that Porsche on this track.
Absolutely. And that might be down to a little bit of the car, but Raza is a very consistent and quick driver, so all credit goes to him.
Will Brunner having a little excursion off the track. I want to see her.
A little bit of a moment there.
Yeah, I'll go back. Let's see what happened to Will.
We're seeing a lot of people just kind of skate off into this corner.
They
get on those, I want to say they get on those marbles and they just lose it.
That was very un-McLaren-like.
Yeah, it just didn't stick. It slid.
Yeah, like you said, I think just going a little bit too far out on the marbles, not quite with the traction, and that was, just a very, like you say, un-McLaren-esque move. McLaren typically planted on rails.
Absolutely. Here's Snyder fighting Juan Carras right now. Or the top 10 position. We'll see if he's able to make that overtake.
Oh my, camera being very aggressive right now.
Absolutely.
Ooh, actually Tazaro here. On to Beachley. Beachley must...
These two have been fighting all race, man.
Yeah.
It's a great battle.
I don't think it's going to end either.
No, I think you're right. I think they're going to keep battling all race. This is a good one to watch.
Oh, no, that's not the racing line, Beachley.
I'm wondering, did he get tapped there by
No,
Tazaro?
I don't think so.
Went a little too hard and hit the curb.
I think he was just looking in his mirrors into Dingledell here. And yeah, just tried turning in and the car didn't stick. Front end not gripping up whatsoever.
Nope, just skated wide. Very unfortunate.
Oh. Reggie King here.
King's still right on the back of Eric Miller. Wow.
Yeah, Moffitt, Moffitt's not pulling ahead either. That's very interesting. So these two battling, this should give Moffitt the upper hand, I would imagine, in letting him pull away. He's already starting to pull away, 3 seconds.
We will see, though. Moffitt, very quick here, had all three of these Astons. We got an Aston Martin 1, 2, 3 out front, and they are doing very well for themselves.
I love that quote, dead last. It is true.
It is true indeed.
Reggie King here looking like he's actually quite comfortable with his position. I don't think he wants to make the overtake onto Eric Miller just yet.
Yeah, I don't think so either. He seems to be just wanting to let GT3 cars pass, make sure they're not disrupting his race too much. Very impressive by the GT3 and the GT4 drivers tonight. I don't think we've had any incidents of either drivers hitting each other off. It's been very clean racing.
Yeah, I don't think we've really even seen too much contact in the same field.
No, you're right. We've had a lot of clean racing here tonight.
Very close at times where I thought they were going to make contact, but everyone keeping each other's space and respecting each other on track, which is exactly what you want to see.
Absolutely. Adam Delbeck pits.
Still just checking on that weather there. Still 30 minutes out.
This is a pit stop that I'm guessing he did not want to make.
Ooh, and Niall Schleter.
Another driver that probably does not want to make this pit stop with rain coming.
He was very quick into the pits, but looking like he did get it slowed down in time. That chicane, I always forget that there's a chicane there.
Yep, absolutely. Moffat still only about 2.5 seconds ahead of Miller and King, so nothing. No one's gaining any time. Everyone's kind of still sitting in the same positions. I'm excited to see what will happen when these drivers switch to wet. How does our weather conditions look?
Well, it looks like it's still about 30 minutes out.
That's surprising.
Optimum track, too. 20 degrees, 22-degree track temp. So
that is a fast track temp.
Yeah, it's very cold. The air very dense. These engines going to be running. I have no idea if the game takes that into account now that I think about it.
It certainly does. You're correct.
Oh, okay. It does. Okay.
Raza passing the leaders now for what seems to be the third time, I want to say. He'll dive Miller going to the final corner. Hopefully we don't see any contact. Miller going nice and wide. And that's Raza and Reggie King pitting.
Yeah, we'll see who comes out in front here. If any of them...
this is interesting. I'm wondering if this weather's going to hold off. We saw rain in 30 a while ago, Neltac, so I'm concerned that this is going to switch to 15 minutes any minute now. Yeah. And then these drivers are going to have to deal with rain for the last probably 15 minutes of this race.
Professor Chronotis here, though, battling with Niall Schleter. Niall Schleter already has made his pit stop. English. Professor Chronotis yet to make his stop. Stop go 30 from Del Buque.
If Chronotis didn't let him go, but of course Chronotis wants to battle with everybody. Like, respect to him, he's more than welcome to do that, but probably not a fight he's going to win, especially if Schleter has brand new tires.
Yeah, and running onto the gravel there, not quite going to help him. Into Dingledell, and then Dingledell corner. Now Schleter is going to
run height, but height goes wide. Luckily, he's able to bring it back onto the track.
We'll see if Professor Chronotis comes into the pits this lap. Or if he is going to stay out. We'll see. I don't think many of these drivers are going to be able to make it to the wet condition. He does stay out another lap.
I don't know. If they filled up, they should be able to make it a full hour. That should not be a problem, but this rain is coming at the absolute worst time.
Yeah, I would imagine none of the drivers are going to switch tires. I think it might just be quicker to suffer.
It also looks like Ali Raza has pit as well, so he has gone in. He has made his stop. Looks like he was forced to do so as well. I'm wondering where that puts Quinn Smith on fuel. I'm excited for this.
Casey Schutte and Fallon still going at it.
Yeah, they're still battling for sure.
This is for P2 right now, but overall this is for a podium slot, actually. Assuming the rain...
They're currently fighting for P3 unless Mostasero, after making his stop, is able to. And it looks like Quinn Smith is in the pits now. No, maybe not. I am incorrect there. That's car 98. That's Brunner is in the pits. I saw 9-8 and I thought it was 998. Excuse me.
It's not confusing at all. Don't worry about it.
No. Quinn Smith would have basically have to have done a minute lap time, but
or a complete U-turn.
Or a complete U-turn, one of the two.
Professor Chronotis.
Eric Miller. Oh, Chronotis off again. Very unfortunate. He's just had a tough race today. Yeah. Looks like he's facing the wrong way as well. I'm wondering what happened.
Let's go back and see. Oh, well, didn't go back enough, but looking like he had a big error through Dingledell and tried saving it, I would imagine, and just couldn't.
That's too bad.
Beachley chasing down Tesaro. A statement we've said before, and I would imagine are going to say again. Polgarin. Actually, he's just going off the track to let the cars by. Okay.
I believe that's Adam Delbeck getting a stop-go 32nd. Looks like he was speeding in the pits. Very unfortunate there.
Yeah, very easy to do so. It's quite the short pit entry. That chicane is all you have to slow you down. Fallon in the pits, Polgarin behind him in the pits.
Everybody's pitting early. I'm still concerned about Quinn Smith. We'll see if he is able to hold out. This rain's still not coming yet.
Still
so I'm
30
kind of
minutes.
shocked by this.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that rain's just getting pushed out.
Now, the weather forecasters basically taking notes from me, it looks like, and not doing a good job.
A bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know that feeling. It's a great battle by Tesaro and Beachley. Both those drivers showing a lot of respect towards each other and Very impressive how they're able to fight side by side together.
Whoa!
It looks like Miller is catching up to the leader Moffitt now, though.
Okay. No,
like I said,
it was very close.
They're doing a great job of getting very close to each other.
Casey Schutte is now going to be lapping them. We'll see here. I think Beachley is going to try to take advantage of that and use...
Wow.
Wow, yeah.
What a cut by Beachley. That was something.
Yeah, doesn't quite gain the advantage he wanted to, but...
No, not quite, but that was pretty clever. Miller has caught up to Moffitt now, only a second back. Moffitt had a pretty tough lap last lap. Miller, though, going way wide because of the traffic exiting onto the track, and he will lose a ton of time to Moffitt.
I don't think that's why he went wide. You know why he went wide, right? Because you mentioned it.
I'm guessing. Oh, that's true. I'm sorry, Miller. That is my mistake.
You ruined him.
But he had the pace to catch Moffitt, so expect him to possibly be catching here.
Got a bit of work to do so.
Very true, very true.
Beachley and that.
Cesaro really just going wide at that corner. That BMW struggling through there.
Yeah, and that's going to give the opportunity to Beachley here, and this seems like every overtake that he's had done to him, Cesaro that is, has been in this turn. Oh no, Ali Raza.
We're going to see these guys go 3 wide now. Ali Raza trying to find a mark.
Looks like he is going to get by
gives
safely.
Him a little room.
Yep.
Yes, he will.
And Beachley trying to follow him through there, but not quite with the downforce required to do so.
Beachley did get a pretty good run there. He won't have the speed to get to Cesaro through that corner.
Ooh, but wide goes to Cesaro.
I don't think Beach is going to dip his nose down in here, though. I think that's a little too dangerous.
Dingledell has shown to be, I mean, you can see the tire tracks on the track.
Exactly.
They're facing
a struggle for
every
some drivers.
direction.
Yes, yes, they are.
Let's see here. Eric Gakassian now into fighting range here with Provolone, but yet to pit, though. Okay.
That makes sense.
Delbeck facing the wrong way. And this looks like, I think Dingledell, yep.
It does it again.
Getting the best of these drivers. Luckily staying off the track and rejoining somewhat safely, I would imagine. Yeah. Yeah, yep. Rejoining quite safely. Okay, lovely.
Very good. Let's check that weather forecast now. Still only about 28 minutes left. We're seeing some rain starting in about 10 minutes, folks. Stay tuned. Looking like about the 18-minute mark, we're going to start seeing some water falling from the sky, and we'll see if we start seeing some drivers pitting then.
Yeah, the GT4 drivers, I think up in the front, are still yet to pit. Eric Miller, one of them. Eric Miller, then Cesaro, and Beachley, all of them yet to pit, actually. So
that being said, it looks like our lead driver in GT4 is just coming out of the pits now.
Moffitt is. You're right.
Moffitt has just exited the pits. Looks like he probably took tires. I'm wondering, did he take wets or not? I'm hoping he did not.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be tough for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll keep a look on his pace, though. We'll take a look at his pace and see what's going on there.
Yeah, that would be... His tires are going to be hot if he did take wets.
Yep. Unfortunately, Moffitt having to pit. He did not have the fuel to keep going. We'll keep an eye on Miller. He is still on track. Looks like he full fueled. Fortunate for him. These are the type of races where you look and you just think, wow, I should really full fuel for this, because otherwise we could get screwed.
Yeah, and even if these drivers do make it to the wet, it will be a faster pit stop because the cars will be going slower around the track, so you will be able to gain an advantage that way. Pit stop doesn't change in time because of the wet time, but the lap times do.
Yeah, exactly. So it looks like Miller's in the driver's seat for this race. We're hoping he's able to, well, not hoping, but we'll hopefully he won't be able to pit. We will see, though. Some of these GT4 cars do get pretty thirsty. We will see. BMW especially. I'm surprised Cesaro is still out there. He's starting to pull away from Beachley a little bit, though. Now about 2 seconds ahead.
Yeah, I wonder if we're seeing any lift and coasting from these drivers. In fact, we can go on board. And if I'll go on board with Eric Miller. I think that'll be the best one to see if there is any. And actually, he's getting lapped there by Carice.
I'm not hearing a whole lot of lifting and coasting.
No, we'll see into Druids. I think that'll be the most obvious spot. Looking a little concerned. Actually, is he coming to the pits? No.
Nope, he's still going. Just trying to be as safe as possible as he gets the blue flag waving at him. Looks like Snyder's coming up behind him.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Snyder by. Looks like here into Druids and just saving fuel and tires. It looks like actually just driving very easily.
Still posting 34s though, so I don't know. It looks like to me that Miller's still got his foot on the throttle here.
Last lap was a 36, but yeah.
Excuse me. We'll see this lap. He hasn't really been held up much, and it doesn't look like he has anyone coming up behind him. Well, Massacero. We'll see where he gets him.
And a fastest lap from Ollie Raza.
Another one?
Wait, no, never mind. He'd pit. I saw the purple move, that was all. Afonso, I think, went, or someone, I'm crazy. Ignore what I just said. Nothing happened.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's beaten that, that 23.8 set by Raza. That was one heck of a lap.
Especially on full fuel.
Yeah, he might have been on mid-fuel, but still, worn tires, high fuel, that's impressive.
Oh, and Casey Schutte there in the pits.
Casey Schutte, he's fighting for a podium.
Quinn Smith still staying out. As we see the rain going to be coming in about 10 minutes. So we'll see.
It's still saying 10 minutes, but I believe it's going to be more like 6-ish. It's been sitting there, and it looks like it's getting heavy, folks. It looks like it's going to hit and get really wet really fast. So
yeah, we'll see. Maybe drivers will pit to wet tires.
That's what I'm thinking. Looks like we're going to get some of that classic British weather.
And also Jarek Snyder in the pits, making his stop.
Unfortunate that he wasn't able to go that full distance. Massacero, same as him, he is not able to go the full distance either. It looks like Tazaro and Miller are in the best positions right now, and Beachley even too for the GT4 class.
Yeah, Eric
Obviously,
Miller here lapping a 135.7 last lap. So yeah, he's definitely
maybe he is saving a bit.
He's doing some sort of lifting and coasting.
Well, Massacero did get by him last lap, so I would assume that possibly there might have been some oh, and there's Eric Miller, or Eric Bukasianoff, pardon me. Looks like he just got a little too ambitious going into this kink here. Or just went wide.
What the heck happened?
It looks like he was just trying to avoid the Porsche that was coming through there.
Then he tried to correct the wheel and just lost it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Afonso in the pits.
Afonso is in the pits.
Now this
running fourth.
This will be interesting. Is Afonso gonna take wet tires? That's the real question.
That is a really good question. They'd have to be on them for at least another 4 minutes that we're guessing at. We're not seeing rain falling yet, but you'll rest assured we will see it fall on our screens tonight.
Yeah, and when it falls, it's gonna absolutely pour. Brunner and Schutte. How did these two get so close together?
I'm not totally sure.
I mean, they both pit. And
they did both pit. They're both fighting.
There's a little bit of contact. Actually, I don't think there was. I think that was netcode.
No, I think that was certainly contact. I'm wondering if Schutte might be on wets. What are Schutte's lap times right now?
Schutte is lapping at a 133.7 last lap,
he is on
which
wets
is
right
yes,
now.
That's a very slow time indeed. So Casey gambling massively.
Yeah, he went on those wets way too early. Probably banking on the fact that he won't have to stop again, but now it looks like he's about to get lapped by Quinn Smith. But he's going to have to let him go. It is blue flags. We'll see how he goes about doing that, but I mean, with Schutte on those wets, that's a scary move. I've had wet weathers on tires on a dry track, and it is not fun.
What's going on in Buckingham here? Looking like
he goes off too a bit.
This is Hawthorne Bend. Just overcooking it a little bit.
I'm wondering if it's oversteer or understeer.
Oh, tire onto the grass.
It is oversteer big time and a little bit of slippage there, but he's able to pull it back onto the track without getting any damage. No driving into the wall.
Yeah, those.
Yeah, I agree, Neltag. It looks like those wets are probably going to be dead before the rain comes. He might have a serious issue. I don't think those tires are going to cool down enough.
Oh, the rain just started pouring out of absolutely, literally nowhere. What the heck?
Yep, here it comes. It's coming down, and we will see. But Quinn Smith is rounding the final corner now, and it looks like he's going for another lap. So we will see what happens. If the rain switches, Raza has a opportunity. He's coming around the he's going to be coming around the final corner here in a second, but we will see how the track progresses.
I am really interested to see how Casey's strategy plays out here. Looking like, as you can see, those tires are cooked right now. Definitely has some heat into them. There's no doubt about that.
They are dark red on his screen. I can guarantee it.
So we'll see. The rain may have come early enough for him.
At 20 minutes to go here. So the rain came earlier than I think both of us thought. But I think we were banking on it coming in about another 2 minutes. But rain comes about 2 minutes early. We'll see how this affects the race.
Whoa.
Quinn Smith so far is laughing his butt off right now. Massacero pits, Raza pits, Fallon pits.
Brunner here on to Bucknam. These two, Brunner and Bucknam, battling it out.
I'm wondering, neither of them are pitting. They're going to battle and keep it going. I'm wondering how they're going to, or if they're going to pass any cars. They're going to move up to 5th and 6th by chance. Raza in 4th position. He just pitted. Quinn Smith.
Oh!
I saw a yellow flag there for a second.
Yeah, that was almost a big moment from Bucknam, but he did manage to save it. Man, how come the windshield wipers on the Aston Martin are so much quicker than the ones on the McLaren? That bothers me.
What's going on with Quinn Smith? He's lost a ton of time. He's going very slow. I think he's pitting now.
Yep.
But can you back up like 30 seconds, I believe?
Oh, no, I just went 15. Shoot. I didn't go far enough.
Because I saw a yellow flag slightly for him. He was very slow coming into the pits.
Might have got collected onto the barrier. Not sure. His car looks okay.
It looks fine to me. I'm wondering if he just kind of spun coming out of that corner. It was wet. How's the track conditions looking?
Wet. Not greasy. And it's going to dry out in 30 minutes. Not that we have 30 minutes left on the clock.
Nope. It's still going to rain. We're going to still see rain. It's going to switch to probably damp here in a couple seconds, I imagine. Probably another minute to minute and a half.
Yeah, it's raining pretty hard, so it definitely very soon, I would imagine, we'll see it.
Looks like Juan Cares is in the lead. There's no way he's on wets. He still has to pit.
Yep.
So we will see him pit here in a second.
Now Schlieder 19 seconds behind and has already made their pit stop. Looking like they're on wets. I think now Schlieder went to wets.
I believe he pitted early. I think he's still on dries.
Oh, okay. Well, then he's gaining a good amount of time.
Unless he's been on wets and been very slow. I'm not totally sure, though. It looks like Raza was able to overtake Quinn Smith in the pits, which is surprising. That means Raza made 2 stops.
Oh, wow.
So Quinn Smith has lost time.
Yeah, that's a big error from Quinn Smith at some point, yeah. And Casey Schutte, just a good update on him. Currently lapping 132, and we see it now Schlieder lapping at 131 on dries.
I don't know if he's on dries.
You're right, he might be on wets. Yeah, because 134 for Ollie Raza, 132 for Juan.
Incredible move, and we're just missing it.
No, well, we're at a really interesting period right now where both of the tires are good. Let's see here. Because he's lapping at a 132. Juan Carice is in, and he was lapping 132 last lap.
So there's a chance that Schlieder is lapping on dry tires. We will see how that affects him. But it looks like he's going to stay out. He's going to take the lead here. Schlieder in the lead. Kara's pitting. Raza coming around the final corner. He will take over P2. Quinn Smith in P3. We will see the laps that Raza's putting in now.
31.7.
31.7. So Raza's quick.
And I think he's on dries.
Yeah, I think we already knew Raza was quick. How's the GT4 field doing? I think they're a bit spread out.
Yeah, Eric Miller leading it right now by about 17 seconds over to Zaro, and then Moffitt down here. Moffitt falling off a bit.
I think that's exactly what we expected because Moffitt had to pit early. So he had to pit once already just to get fuel probably, and then had to pit again to get tires. So it looks like he just was not on the right strategy call today. Miller and Tazaro being real smart about their strategy calls.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see here, I'm sorry, I'm just reading chat, Nameless Whip. That's really cool. Are you talking about the original Assetto Corsa or this Assetto Corsa?
I'm wondering if that's a
original. Okay. Oh wow, that's actually kind of cool then.
Yeah, if you don't have the original Assetto Corsa, ladies and gentlemen, get it. It's fantastic. You can get a lot of mods for it. It's a lot of fun to drive.
Yeah, I don't know if
still holds up.
I don't know if the PlayStation one has mods. But even without mods, you don't need mods.
The DLCs are enough. Bulgarin looks like he struggled there too. Looks like he probably got on the curb here on the inside and lost the back end maybe, or just got a little too wide and lost it.
Yeah,
yep.
Just a little tiny bit of understeer. Oh, big hit in the barrier.
That's a bad one.
That's a lot of damage.
He's gonna wake up feeling that tomorrow morning. That's for sure.
Yep. Now Schlieder in the pits here, changing over to wets. So making his
exactly kind of what we thought was happening. That is what we thought. Running a 33.2 last lap. Looks like Brummer in third is trying to hold it out. His last lap was a 36. I'm wondering if he's still on dries too.
Yeah, let's see here. Where's Casey Schutte at? Casey Schutte up into fourth position now. 6 seconds down. It looks like he might have made the right call. Still 14 minutes to go, but he still has a long ways to go up the field, though. Looking at those positions.
I think those wet tires are still way too hot. He ran a 35 last lap, and that might be because of lap traffic, so we'll see what he does on this lap. I'm wondering what the quality of his tires are. And we know Juan Carras is, 4.5 seconds back? And we know he just pitted for fresh wet rubber.
Yeah, and that'll be fresh wets, I would imagine. Well, I would guarantee at this point.
Yeah, because he was leading up until about, 2-3 minutes ago.
Yeah, we'll see.
And then made the pit stop, so. It looks like that time's coming down. He's only 4 seconds back now, was 4.5.
We'll go back with him once he finishes his lap to see what sort of time he's putting in. And I'm very interested to see. Jason Provolone here catching up to Bulgarin. I'd imagine is going to get that overtake done. Bulgarin suffering a bit of damage after making a self-inflicted error, unfortunately. Oh, but, well... Provolone's bonnet also. Oh no! Oh, he saved.
Provolone has had
what a save!
Just as tough of a race. What a save! But
let's just go on board with Provolone for this one. As you can see,
he just gets on the throttle a little too hard and early. Gets onto that grass there, almost loses it, catches it twice.
Wow!
Well
Two
done.
bouts of full opposite lock there to get that, and does manage to save it.
Still a little wide there. You got to be careful on the curbs in the wet. They're scary.
Niall Schlieder in the pit, or Will Brunner in the pits for wets.
Yep, that's what I was assuming.
Casey, I think he made the right call here. He's lapping
35-0 last lap though, and Juan Carras is now only 2.6 back. He is catching.
Yeah, Quinn Smith lapping at a 133.6 and Ollie Raza 133.7. So these guys are actually flying.
Oh yeah, Raza's very good in all conditions. Quinn, same thing with him. He is very fast. But it looks like I don't know. It's going to be close. I think it's going to be a battle for that podium spot between him and Carras, I think. Carras only 2.8 back. He finally got past Moffitt there. But Moffitt looks like he's going to be able to hold on to the third podium spot in the GT4, luckily.
Thank you, Nemesis. Much appreciated from both of us, I would imagine. And from Eric as well and the whole of Trackless. What the heck?
It looks like Provolone and Paul Guerin have gotten together. Going into the first corner. Wow.
Bulgarian wants some understeer? No? Did I go back too far? I might have went back too far.
Oh, let's hold out.
I did go back too far. Damn it.
It looks like he is in the pits, and it looks like
Provolone's facing the wrong way on track. So
it looks like he's just about giving up. So hopefully get him to. Oh, there he goes. So Schutte able to hold at about 3 seconds away from Kara's. He's going to have a lot of clear air coming up here, but I'm wondering if Juan can possibly get a podium position here. We will see. Massacero, though, is making up good time. Was 7 seconds back. Now he's only about 6.4. So look for Massacero to possibly be making up some time, too.
Yeah, Nemesis. So unfortunately, I don't know too much about AC on the original console, or on the consoles or anything. But I would imagine that's a good Google question. I'm sure they could answer that very quickly. I'm sure there's some forums with that. And Mr. Oh no, oh my, Mr. Kuroneko. Okay, my dyslexia didn't help me on that one. So I just posted the link to our sim grid where we have all of our events. We have our mixed class sign up. We have Rookie League. We have Sunday GT3 and many other leagues as well. And fun races, one-offs, Tracklicious community.
We also do Wacky Wednesdays. So if you're just looking to maybe drive a car you've never driven before in a condition that you've never driven before, it's a great way to learn a different vehicle or just a different way of driving. It's a good time. Schutte here, still kind of keeping that pace to Karras, but Karras is still closing, only about 2 seconds back now. You can see him. He can see him in his rear view. I think Karras is going to be fighting for a podium here in the next 9 minutes. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, so I think I've only been on Casey Schutte for a while. I should probably get to actual commentating or looking at different people. I've just been trying to catch up with chat.
Absolutely. Looks like Eric Miller is just kind of pulled away at this point. 20 seconds ahead of Tazaro. He just made the smart move and full field.
Dude, Nemesis, I saw the new Ferrari. I'm not even joking. I saw a new Ferrari today, and it was black, and it was hot. It was glossy black.
Black is a great color for a Ferrari.
It is.
It's just so sharp.
And it was nice and glossy and shiny, and we see yellow flag. No, okay, nothing. But yeah, no, it was...
Juan Karras only a second and a half back. He is gaining every single lap. Massacero's only 3.4 seconds back from Karras, too. He's been gaining and putting in the time. We're seeing him in the rear view, too. We're about to have a three-way battle for the final podium position within these next 8 minutes. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we also have another battle for the final podium position with Moffitt and Beachley down here.
Oh, wow. That top five of that GT4 really ended up spreading out, but I think that was all based on pit strategy. All five of these drivers that were running top five early, all of them had the pace to win this race, but pit strategy just played its part, and so did lap traffic.
We got some love for Moffitt here. Moffitt is going to try his absolute damnedest to try to hold off this Audi of Beachley. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
That Audi and Beachley are both very quick in the wet, so it'll be very interesting to see if Moffitt can hold him off.
Yellow flag from Gabe Carness. Not sure what that was. Maybe just a bit of an off.
Might have just got a little oversteery and sent himself into the grass, but it looks like he's able to rejoin track safely. Massacero still gaining a bit on Karras.
Ooh.
Karras goes a little wide, but he has caught Casey Schutte. Massacero only 3 seconds back. We're about to see a battle for top three.
I'm not sure which battle to focus on. It's actually, I think Beachley here is getting almost... Okay, never mind. There was...
Looks like he was just trying to let the lap traffic by so he could continue his battle with Moffitt safely. Doesn't look yet like he is going to have any traffic behind him for a while until the 98 of Brunner, and he's about probably a quarter lap back. So looks like these guys are going to be able to fight a bit.
Yeah, so far Moffitt looking like he's doing a good job holding.
Yeah, but Beach is very fast in the first sector, I've noticed. Not so much in the third sector. It looks like Moffitt's very comfortable in that third sector. Ooh. As we have Alejandro Polgarin off at
say it.
At this, I can't remember that. We've said it like 40 times.
Dingledale.
Dingledale.
It's the best corner name on any track in ACC.
Well, Dingledale has caught out another driver yet again. And there's Carnes going around Carres going around the outside of Schutte, and Massacero is catching him now. Now Carres has to run because Massacero has gained on him every single lap. Miller is just trying to get out of the way of these drivers battling each other. It looks like Schutte going onto those wet tires too early and cooking them.
Yeah, unfortunate. And we'll see. I wonder, is Casey going to be able to hold off this fourth position from Mastachero? And actually, Will Brunner and Bucknam now battling. These two showing love.
These two trying to fight for a top 10 position here. It looks like they both have pretty similar pace, though.
I think Moffitt there running a bit wide. That's going to give Beachley a chance. Man, there's so much to... the Mastachero's running... Okay, well, that's going to be... That battle sold.
And there's, Casey Schutte just goes a little wide. It's those tires, man. They're cooked. But Massacero still only 1.5 seconds away from Carnes. Or Carres. Carres is going to have to hold him off for the next 4.5 minutes. Oh, but Massacero was a little wide, but he's still able to hold that exit.
I think Carres can hold this position. He's 2 seconds up the road. He's going to have to be lapping 2 seconds a lap faster to catch up, which I don't necessarily see happening.
I think it's certainly possible in the rain, but we will see. As Will Brunner is looking to make a move on Bucknam, but doesn't look like he has the space. Bucknam you can see his front tires looking a little squirrely there through that final corner, but able to hold on to it. It looks like Quinn Smith is starting to catch Raza too. Oh, Eric Cassian holding him up a little. Looks like Brunner's going to try to go around the outside, but he's getting held up.
Contact.
Almost squeezed. Oh, and we have contact as Brunner catches Gukassian and spins him.
I want to go back and see that one more time. That was just an unfortunate timing to catch lap traffic there. Not much Eric could have done in these wet conditions. Not much really any of these drivers could have done, in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, someone had to yield.
Eric was really just trying to move out of the way, and it's unfortunate for him, but he moved right into the path of Brunner, or Brunner just tried to hold a position. It's just unfortunate. We got Carnes and Vercosa fighting for 18th. Both these drivers just trying to look to hold on to their existing positions.
I don't know,
Raza going down the back straight now. It looks like we're going to at least get two races? Or 2 more laps, I want to say. 2 more laps. Sorry, I was looking at chat there for a second.
Beachley
is kind of...
He's falling off, back yeah.
A little bit. Although he's about a second away from Moffitt now. I'm wondering where we're at with Mastacero. And, he's still right on him. They're quite close.
He did gain a lot. Wow.
He gained a second from last lap. Massacero is able to hold it on in the wet. Karras is going to have to fight him for the next probably 2 laps Raza's going to come around the final corner now. We're going to have at least 2 laps left in this race.
Both of these Porsches look like they're struggling equally, though. As I saw right there, both of their back ends were stepping out around the same exact corner, so...
I think that just means both of them are holding on to that car really well through these wet weather conditions.
And you can see right
both of them are driving the wheels off them.
Mastachero making that back end twitch just a little bit more, trying to get that to grip up and maximize the minimum speed throughout the apex, and especially in these wet conditions.
Oh, and it's twice as scary in wet conditions to be doing that. That's not fun. Only about half a second, 4/10 back of Karras starting this second to last lap, the penultimate lap.
Yeah, and he's going to be gaining about 4/10 right now off the pace of Karras. We'll see if he can catch him this lap. It's looking like, though, I don't know if Mastachero has the pace. He had the pace to catch up very easily, but it's one thing to catch, and especially in these conditions, it's another thing to overtake.
Absolutely. This track's already difficult when it comes to overtaking, and putting a couple inches of water on the track
What?
just makes it even more difficult.
What happened? Moffitt!
Oh no, it looks like Moffitt might have gotten into a little tangle with another car. I'm wondering, because that's allowed Beachley to get past and take that podium position, and he's been able to pull away by about 3.5 seconds. So I'm wondering if Moffitt went wide, but
Moffitt, you'd one job.
Raza behind Moffitt now is gonna.
Whoa. Brunner
Brunner's
there.
really trying to fight Bucknam, but that was not the time to do it, unfortunately.
A little late on the brakes.
Very late on the brakes.
Just kind of reliable Moffitt. Yeah, fair enough.
Raza has started the final lap. He is well and a couple seconds ahead of, about 3 seconds ahead of Quinn Smith. That should be enough of a buffer. I'm still wondering what we're looking at with the two drivers in third and fourth. Who's battling for that final position? It looks like Masacero's had to drop back a bit from Juan Carres. And it looks like Carres was able to pull about a half second away from him last lap.
Yeah, he definitely has the pace right now. Mastacero seeming like he's struggling just a little bit to get that overtake on him. That Porsche, like I said, not looking like it's in showroom condition, and Juan looking like he took pretty good care of his. Has a little bit of damage.
Absolutely. As both these drivers are looking to get past a couple of GT4 cars, this could be where the race is decided with this GT4 traffic. It looks like Carres is able to get past that last GT4 car.
1 second, though. Casey Schuty's round right now, and it's the final lap. What happened here?
Oh, no.
Oh,
it looks like
he just got caught up on the curbing.
Yep. It looks like Raza is going to cross the line and win this race. Are we live?
No.
Not quite?
No. Now we are.
Now we're live. And Raza able to come across the line, take the win. Quinn Smith will finish second. Beachley, Moffitt, all those guys are able to finish as well. Carres able to hold off Masacero and pull away from him in the end as well. What a great race from him. He used the perfect strategy. He will finish on the podium tonight.
Yeah, very nice drive from Carres.
Behind Carres also is our first place driver for GT4. That is Eric Miller. What a win by him. He just had the right strategy tonight.
Where did Moffitt finish? Yeah, he finished in fourth.
Moffitt will finish fourth, yes.
He had one job, and that was to finish on the podium, and he failed. But that's okay. It happens.
It's just unfortunate he just didn't have the right strategy tonight.
I thought the strategy was going to make it at the end of the day, but that was, yeah, just... if he went one lap later, he probably could have made it work, but unfortunately, he didn't.
Yep.
And
Dan Tazaro, though, what a great race from him. Started in the top five, was in the top five the entire race. Had the right strategy, did pit a little early, but just held onto his pace, didn't make too many mistakes. He'll come across the line in P14, but P2 in class.
Yeah, very nice. Final one to come across the line there. I think it'd be... Whoa! Whoa!
Hands up on his roof. What a way to celebrate.
Wow, that car had no traction on its roof. I want to see that again. that was really funny. Wow.
Looks like Moffitt was unfortunately... he says he blew it in the pits, but yeah, that's what we were thinking. It was just a strategy situation.
Oh, you missed
Very
your
unfortunate.
box. Oh.
But we should be having a couple drivers join us for interviews tonight.
Yep. I am going to rudely pull them.
Please do.
So we're going to rudely grab... No, I can't grab Moffitt. He didn't... I wanted to, but I didn't.
So we're looking to grab Ali Raza.
Heck are they?
Juan Carres, if he's available. And... yeah, where are they? That is strange. We're not seeing a lot of people here. Oh, scroll
Tazaro's
down. We got.
here.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna have to have Eric Miller join our channel as well.
Okay,
Go
let's
all the way down to Garage 17. I'm seeing a good couple guys down there. We have Raza's down there. I'm not seeing our second place finisher.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, he's here. Tazaro, he's in there.
Oh, that's GT4. I was thinking GT3.
Oh, well, I'm gonna grab Tazaro. Did I? Oh my goodness, Discord, come on. Let me.
I want to see if I can grab people. I cannot.
I can't freaking grab and drag people because there's a new mention thing in the way and it won't let me scroll.
Oh, let me message some people.
Let me scroll, Discord.
Raza.
Let me grab Eric.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric.
Who said Eric?
Could you grab the people and could you just like put them into the green room for us, please?
Yes. May I know some names, please?
We need Miller, Raza, Tazaro. I want to say Reggie King. No, not Reggie King. Was it Reggie King who finished third? Quinn Smith.
Raza, Quinn, Kairos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Miller,
Raza, Quinn,
Tazaro,
Kairos,
Beachley.
Miller, Tazaro, Beachley. There you go.
Got it. Okay. I will do my best.
Thank you.
Why doesn't Discord let you scroll when you're dragging people?
I don't know. It's kind of strange. Looks like Beachley's in our green room.
Beachley, welcome.
Hey, good evening, guys.
Good evening.
Hell of a race there, Beachley. You and the rest of the guys in that top 5 were all having one hell of a battle. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, at the beginning of the race, I realized, I was in 5th place, and the top 4 were right in front of me, and I think Tez and I got into a nice battle, made some mistakes, fell behind, and then once the pit strategy kind of came together, I was right behind. Right behind Muff, and unfortunately, he cooked his tires because he had to pit early, and I kind of took advantage of that. So. I'll take 3rd place. First podium with Trackalicious, so
Congratulations.
Good night. So yeah, I think I've been here about a year, a few seasons on Thursdays, and
it just goes to show, man. If you put in the time commitment and you get the right pit strategy, I think that was what really played it out tonight. But when that stuff lines up, it lines up well.
Yeah, for sure. I love wet weather racing too, so I was begging it to just start raining sooner. It would have been probably slightly better result, but I'll take it.
Yeah, we could certainly tell you had the pace tonight. Well done. Juan Carez, absolutely, man. Juan Carez, congrats, buddy. I believe is that your first podium here with Trackalicious? That was one heck of a drive.
Yeah, thank you guys. I think it's my second podium here. Definitely a podium that came on luck for sure because I started with 100 liters, so I stopped right when the rain started. So
you nailed it.
I think, yeah, pretty much. I was even thinking on putting on the wets if it didn't start raining because I would need to stop.
Yeah, we had a couple drivers. We had a couple drivers ahead of you that did that exact same thing. They put on the wets and they seemed to cook their tires a bit. I believe who was the car you passed for 3rd place? Yeah, Shooty. He pitted early for wets and he cooked them, so he was unable to gain time. But you seemed to put him on right at the right time. You had some great pace there at the end with the wets. Masacero was catching you. Did you really have to hold him off too much, or were you able to just kind of keep the pace?
On the last lap, I think it was 3 GT4s that helped me to hold him off, but he was definitely faster than me. I think he was on the wets for sure, but he was a bit faster, yeah.
Yep, he pit about the same time as you. He was able to come back. He had a really poor start at the start of the race. I believe he had some issues with traffic or something happened that he ended up kind of down in position, but he was able to make up time using the pit strategy as well. So both of you really capitalized on that. Well done.
Yeah. Thank you.
We don't have any of our second place drivers in here with us tonight, but we do have our first place drivers. We'll start with Eric Miller. Hell of a race there, bud. Congrats.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I kind of lucked out by taking a full fuel strategy. Worked out well with the rain.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw Moffitt have to pit early, and you seemed to be keeping pace, if not catching him towards the end of the first stint. Care to comment?
Yeah, I was struggling the first few laps because I was really heavy, and I had King and Moffitt and a few other guys kind of a train behind me for a while, and I was just trying to keep them behind me as long as I could because I knew, my plan originally was just to stay on one set of tires the entire time, and go very deep into the race. And then once the rain showed up, it kind of worked out in my favor.
Absolutely. It was very interesting and fun to watch the five of you guys battle at the front. Do you think that was based off the weight of your fuel? Do you think I personally think all five of you had very good pace and were able to keep with each other. It was a lot of fun to watch during those first 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was actually kind of not really. I was okay losing a few positions here and there in the beginning because I knew long term I was gonna get the time back in the pits. So I was more focused on just kind of keeping it calm and collected and keeping the tires in check. But when I saw the rain come, I started pushing more.
Absolutely, we were starting to see that at the end of that first stint. Congratulations, well done. I believe that puts you in the lead now for the championship. So
yeah,
well done.
So. Thank you.
And our first place finisher, Ali Raza, what a performance. You did not have the pit strategy, but it did not matter tonight. I believe your fastest lap was a 1:23.815 in the race. I believe that might have been faster than your qualifying time. Well done, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. In the beginning, I had the strategy. I was hoping it was going to stay dry, so I did half and half. But then the rain came, so I was like, oh no, what to do now? So I think as I was running out of fuel, I just decided to pit for fuel, but don't change tires, and then change tires again after that. So I think that worked out just enough that I was like 3 seconds ahead of Quinn in the end. But yeah, it was a really tough race. Like it wasn't easy at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think Quinn, speaking of traffic, I believe Quinn, when entering the pits, right when the rain started, had a little incident with a back marker. So that might have played into your favor as well. But in terms of pace, you were incredible tonight. Care to comment on the Porsche's performance around this track?
Oh, the Porsche is crazy on this track, especially in the second sector, like the fast speed, like the second and third sector. Like it's just crazy. You can go like flat out almost all the quarters, and like I gained so much time there. So yeah, I was able to get like a 1:23.8. In quali, I think I did a bad performance. If I could have gotten a lot faster than that, but it was good enough for pole, I guess. Yeah, the Porsche is kind of broken in brands.
How humble of you. Well done. Mike, any questions for our winner tonight, Ali Raza?
What was your thoughts on the strategy going into when you saw that there was going to be rain on the radar?
At first, I thought, maybe it might rain for like 5 minutes and stop, but then I realized it's going to rain the rest of the race. So I had to decide. I was running out of fuel. I was like, should I change to wets now? I was like, no, it's way too early. So I decided the best thing to do is just not change the tires. I got like a 16-second pit instead of like full 30 seconds. I think those extra 14 seconds actually helped a lot in the end. And then I had to pit again, obviously.
Hey.
But I was surprised that Quinn ended up behind me because I thought for sure he was gonna beat me because he only pitted once, right? So, but yeah, I kind of got lucky there as well.
I think it was that gap you were able to put on him in the first stint too. Yeah, you had quite the gap on Quinn going into the first round of pit stops.
Yeah. I think the Porsche is just too fast for this track.
I think also you're too fast for this track. So well done tonight, sir. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for being in here. You guys are all free to go. And thank you very much for Riley for joining me tonight. Always welcome. Oh, that,
Absolutely.
You did awesome. Thank you very much. And if you have any
Thank you for
closing
having
words,
me.
of course.
Yeah, I had a blast. This was a great time. I miss this a lot. I'm happy to be able to have the freedom to just kind of jump in on a random Thursday night and be able to commentate with you, Mike. You're a hell of a commentator, and I really enjoy the banter that we have. It was a lot of fun tonight.
Thank you. I did too. And also, thank you, Mr. Mowers Emporium, for the subscription. Much appreciated. They're getting in at the last minute. We're going to send the stream over to the bearded driver. Let me see. I think he's AFK right now, but I think he's just going to do something. So,
Quick couple announcements, though.
of course.
Next week for GT4, we go to Donington Park, and then we're on a short break, I believe. But that's going to be a fun race, too. Please tune in for that. Do we have a race this Sunday, Mike?
That's a really good question.
Yes,
we do, because Ollie Raza just said so.
There you go. Let me find the calendar real quick.
Yeah, I'm looking too.
But yeah, we still have a couple races coming up here.
Sunday is at Coda, gentlemen.
Okay.
Sunday, is that Coda for the GT3 championship. Please tune in for that. That's going to be a very fun race. Like I said just a couple of minutes ago, November 10th, we have Donington. In this class, the drivers will switch classes. So Raza will be moving to a GT4 car.
Yep.
And also coming up, November 19th, partnered with Box Cubed Motorsports and 949 Sim Racing, we have a GT3 6-hour driver swap at Donington. That's November 19th. Please sign up for that.
Yes, thank you to Boxed Cubed. And also
Box 3,
Box 3 as well, yes.
I'm sorry. Their logo is cute.
It is
Come on,
cute.
help me out
I
here.
can't disagree. All right. Well, we're going
I
to
will
send the
fight
raid
that.
over here to the bearded driver. So make sure you guys go say hi to him, show him some love. He's doing some racing and on some Zoldyr. So hope you guys all have a good night. Thank you, Riley, for joining me. And thank you all the drivers.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one.